First, I did with Niji Sanji Ian. Then, I did with Hololive Ian. And after that, I did the V Shoujo. But now, today, we're tackling the biggest tier maker stream I ever done. We're determining if these Indievtubers, they can be a good heroes or a saucy villain. We're gonna determine total of 56 Vtubers today. And we're gonna determine if they can be a good heroes or saucy villains. Some of these Vtubers are big, some of them are small. Some of them have a lot of followers, small followers. But all of them are unique in each way. Let me explain the rules of the tier before we begin. So first up, we have the heroes. Now the heroes are basically the fighters. They fight for all things good, ethic, and the justice. Then we have the sidekick. The sidekick help the hero. You can say they're like a heroes in training. They help out the hero to solve crimes and fight against villain alongside the heroes. Then we have the anti-hero. The anti-hero are basically similar to the heroes, but they take their matter into their own hand. They don't mind to get their hands dirty, even possibly killing a villains or evildoers and for the greater good. Then we have the bystander. The bystander are just there. They're kind of on the neutral stance of things. They can be either good or evil, but they're just there and doesn't do much. Then we have the villains. The villains are the opposite of heroes. They do evil things, you know. They rob money, cause trouble, chaos, and just be an antagonist foe to the heroes. Then we have the evil. Evil stands for every villain is lemon. Now in this tier level, this is where the most nefarious villains goes to. And these people are the one who will backstab their own allies to achieve their ultimate goal. So they're willing enough to betray their own allies to get what they want, essentially. And to determine if any of these VTubers be the good heroes or saucy villain, we're gonna look at their backstory, their personality, what they do, and if they have a lore, we'll also cover a little bit of that as well. So anyway, without further ado, let's start with the first VTuber on our list. It is Akumi. Akumi, also known as Yoichi. She's a female VTuber on Twitch who debuted on May 29, 2021. According to her lore, many years ago, she only knew nothing but killing. When her existence came close to an end, a god named Ra from another world decided to save her from the nightmare to show her what life is really about, and sent her to our world in a new humanoid body, which is this current form she has. She's and thanks to that, she became a VTuber. She's a freelance artist, a member of the group called VuGen, a Twitch team group of freelance VTuber artists and riggers, and she's a red Oni girl, as you can see. For now, I think we'll put her in the anti-hero. Next up, we have Abi Yamamoto. So Abi Yamamoto, she's a female English Japanese virtual vlogger who debuted on May 18th, 2011. She may consider to be the first female VTuber and possibly the first VTuber to exist in the world. Her videos deal with topics like her love of Starbucks and her light-hearted perspective on the world. She's a 3D vlogger living in London. She's been, VTubing, well, she's been who she is for 11 years, since 2011. So, but can she be a good hero? Well, she is a good person, but she is not a villain either. To be honest, I think for now, I think she could just be put in the bystand. Next up, we have Belle. Belle, the Jiggly Whale VTuber, who debuted on October 30th, 2020. She was born from a sea form and is a long-lived whale deity, and to her knowledge, the last of her kind. According to her lore, she had explored all the ocean and lived through many wars. Due to this, she was very lonely and longed for someone to listen to her voice. But really interesting, she's also a very good friend with another 2 VTuber named Numi, and Shy Lily. We'll explain about Numi and Shy Lily a little bit later in this stream. But basically, with them assembled, they're known as the Bikini Bottom. For now, let's put in the heroes for now, because I think she's pretty much overall a good person. Though she is kind of downright bad for the character Blaine from Elden Ring. Don't ask me why. And next up, we have Captain Hannah. Captain Hannah, she is a English VTuber, stream on Twitch, debuted as 3D VTuber on June 1st, 2020, and then debuted as live 2D VTuber on July 17, 2021. She also calls herself as Hannah Hyrule because she loved Legend of Zelda. Her code is Ara Ahoy, and she is known as the sea captain who will guide you on the Thigh Seas. The Thigh Seas. She has a 6.66 thousand subscribers on a YouTube channel, a very lucky number, I say. And also a little fun fact, and I'm gonna show you guys this, but a little fun fact is that I actually asked her a certain question to her when she made a guest appearance on Force ID streams.
Yeah, I'm going, and I'm very excited to bring those costumes that people very generously have gotten for me. The Yalan one, yeah. But my main costume that I'm gonna bring is Beto because she's a pirate, also from Genshin. And I'm gonna be Jolene from JoJo, so I'm very excited about those two. Yeah, I'm 100% gonna post them on Twitter because I'm no stranger to sharing what I look like, so I don't mind.
All right, C+Hero, I'll go for it. Thanks for the 5. Captain Hannah, there are many beautiful thighs in the sea, but you, madam, have the most respectfully finest thighs in the 7 seas. Thank you very much, C+Hero. Thank you. Oh, man.
Anyway, for Captain Hannah, she is a captain. She's basically a pirate, though. So, if anyway, depending on how we see her, she can be an anti-hero or she could be a villain. I would say because of her pirate reputation, let's put her in the villain for now. Next up, we have Chibidoki. Chibidoki, an independent VTuber who debuted on July 3rd, 2021. She is a magical cyber girl that lives in your computer. Best known for her high energy, very gremlin energy, adorable model, and humorous personality. She can also has the ability to search your search history. And she also loves and admires Bowser from Super Mario's. Don't ask me why, but yeah, Chibidoki, she's a very gremlin-like VTuber. For now, I would say she is evil. I mean, not evil, villain. Let's put her in the villain. Next up, we have Darling Straub. Darling Straub, or Straub, she's an American VTuber who streams ASMR-related content. She debuted on March 29, 2020, and March 29 happened to be her birthday. She makes video about a specific scenario where she does roleplay as different characters in different cities. She's currently engaged with another VTuber named Riv. Riv from Riv Says It. Riv, aka Riv Say Disu from YouTube. And I have to say congratulations to her if she's watching this. As a matter of fact, she is the artist who worked on a couple of my thumbnails for my other live stream, including this one too. She is in a bystander. Next up, we have Alara. Alara, she's an elf VTuber. According to her lore, she's a princess from the land known as the Kingdom of Ara. She has a sister who made her eat a magical nut, and in the process lost her original voice. Banished from her home world, she moved to the human world and became a VTuber. She makes an educational content, hosts special events for community, and hosts a weekly tea time with other VTubers where they discuss about anything they want to. Well, if anything, the way I see it, I think she's an anti-hero. She's an anti-hero. Next VTuber, we have EllieVT, or just Ellie for short. She's a criminal full-time indie VTuber. Already we can tell she's a villain. Grew up at a family farm, but became rebellious and decided to eventually go on her own. She created her own crime syndicate, and she debuted in somewhere a while ago, but she recently debuted her 2.0 model, her current model, on December 10th. Other than just streaming, she also makes music video. Apparently, she's also into feet. Possibly she's a feet person. So, for that, she is very villain. She's a villain. Anyway, next up we have Force ID. Force ID, he's an independent VTuber who makes a news coverage about the VTubing world and everything that happens in the VTubing field. He hosts a news show called Things VTubers Say on YouTube and Twitch. Alongside with his co-host Lady, they deliver information about all kinds of events related to VTubing. He does a daily stream to interact with his viewers while reviewing news lead, recording and editing his video. So he actually shows his editing video on live on his Twitch channel, which is very cool. He also does a Sunday stream on YouTube where he and Lady talk to guests about current events and experiences in the field of VTubing. But he's a news guy, and the news people usually needs to be unbiased and kind of in a neutral stance. So for now, I would say he's a bystander, to be honest. Next up, we have Vilian. Oh joy, Vilian. Now Vilian, she's an indie American VTuber who debuted on July 19th, 2021. She's an anime cat girl, that is pretty much her lore. She makes content from highlights of her Twitch stream, and her highlights and clips are just hilarious. I mean, this VTuber, she is famous for doing backflip and bumps into wall. Like, she literally bumped into wall a lot, and I think that's like one of her Twitch redeem. Yeah, her chat can pay a redeem to make her bump into the wall, which is kind of crazy. So Vilian, where does she stand for? Well, if anything, I don't know if she's gonna be a helpful hero or even a helpful psychic, but for now, she is kind of a psychic. I think it will be just funny just to put her in a psychic for now. Then next up, we have Girl DM. Girl DM, she's a pretty famous VTuber. She's a VTuber, a female English-speaking VTuber from a land known as Canada. She was originally an AI created for scientific discovery, but she was so good at the job that the military wanted to use her for warfare. The creator didn't want this, so they set her free to the internet to hide her. But eventually the military found her and she fought back, but overwhelmed by the sheer number of the copycat AI that the military created. When all hope was lost, a magical girl version of herself saved her, along with other alternative versions of herself from another dimension. And it was revealed that Girl DM evolves to the point that she exists in all dimensions, time and space. Yeah, so Girl DM, she is basically like Doctor Strange, or rather Sorcerer Supreme in a sense. And she has a magical girl version of herself, so she is kind of like Doctor Strange or Sorcerer Supreme. So for now, she is definitely a hero. She's a hero. Next up, we have Juniper Octius, or Juniper. She's a moth girl abomination created and kept in a secret lab. She debuted on November 8, 2020, and she's like 224 years old, according to Vtuber Wikia. She streams as part of her human social interaction, according to her lore. And she's a great artist herself, and also proudly known as the Moth Mom or Mommy. Yeah, she's a Moth Mommy. I can see the reason why people would love to call her that, but she's a pretty great artist. She's also a good friend with other VTubers like Buff Pop and other VTuber artists in the community. For her, depending on how we see it, I think, to be honest, she can be in the anti-hero. Next up, we have Lalia Umaru. Lalia Umaru, she's an indie VTuber, also from the mysterious land called Canada. She debuted on June 27, 2021, and Lalia Umaru, she has the most complicated VTuber lore in the history of VTuber lore. So a long time ago, a bunch of ugly fleshback called human were very, very sad. They pray really, really fucking hard to random god that they could bring them happiness in Walmart, because if they have Walmart, that would be kind of cool, you know. That was when Lalia appeared, and they asked her they could give her happiness. And she's like, sure, why not? And so she spread happiness. After she did that to the entire world, she took a 1,000 years sleep, and she slept for 1,000 years. After the years had passed, and when she woke up, the entire world had changed. In order to spread happiness in the modern age, she used all of her magic power to turn herself into an anime character and became a VTuber. Yeah, I know, pretty complicated lore, I would say that much. Well, honestly, for Lalia Umaru, she's not a villain or evil. She kind of looks like a villain, but she's a pretty good person, and she only just wants to spread happiness. So if anything, she is deserved to be in the heroes, because I think that kind of make her a pretty good hero, don't you think? Next up, we have Lumi or Indievtuber. She's a female English VTuber based out of Finland. Awoo! She created by Merryweather Comic. Lumi is a variety streamer who does all kinds of content and makes streaming content between YouTube and Twitch. She mainly does just chatting, singing, and gaming. She also loves Pepsi. She's a very heavy Pepsi drinker. She's a very playful and wholesome streamer, and most well known for ending many sentences with the word awoo, because she's a wolf VTuber. Her name Lumi means snow in Finnish. She debuted on July 8th, 2020 with her original 2D model. So, for Lumi, I would say she can be either a hero or an anti-hero, but I would say she's kind of a psychic, so I'll put her in the psychic for now. Now, the most interesting VTuber. We came to the most interesting VTuber that I want to discuss. Here come Mariyume. Mariyume, also known as the personification of dream, debuted on May 2021. Known exact date is unknown, but she's a very bubbly and quirky VTuber, but is known for being hyper and excited over a little thing. She also has another self called Pink Mari, who she hides and locks in a basement. Very saucy and kind of suspicious there, Mari. Has an ability to see and appear in other people's dreams. So is she kind of like, I guess she's kind of like Freddy Krueger in a sense? But, Mariyume, well, oh, interesting fact, the dog that she's carrying is her pet dog named Momo, just to let you guys know. She also debuted her sleepover model about a couple of months ago. She primarily streamed between YouTube and Twitch. And she also makes content videos. Also owns quite a couple of other channels too on YouTube. But her main YouTube channel is her main YouTube channel. So for Mariyume, honestly, I think she's an anti-hero, to be honest. Next up, we have Merryweather. Merryweather, simply known as Mary. He's an English-speaking VTuber based in Denmark who debuted in October of 2020. He originally started as an independent webcomic writer and producer of many different webcomic series. My personal favorite of the webcomic series he made is Internet Explorer Chart. Matter of fact, that webcomic book series is starting up again and very soon, which I'm looking forward to. He has a very relaxed vibe the majority of the time, but when he gets excited, he barks like a dog, so he's a dog VTuber. Has a couple of model and outfit, like his femboy model, the ugly bastard model, his ikemen model, and his most popular model, the maid outfit model. He is also a head writer for many of the V-Shoujo lore videos, so a lot of the V-Shoujo lore video that was released this year was written by him, which is pretty cool. And he also wrote the lore for some of the Nijisaji EN members from the newest group Exolate, such as Doppio Dropsite and Zion Lazar. He owns a company of his own called Merryweather Media. He's also a cousin to Lumi, so these two know each other, but I'm not quite sure if they actually confirmed to be a cousin in real life, but they're pretty good friend. So Mary. I would say he is kind of a psychic, so we'll put him in the psychic for now. Let's see now. Next up, we have Momo. Momo, she's a female English VTuber with unknown debut date, so exactly I don't know when she debuted. She's a variety streamer like most other VTuber, and she commonly plays video game, roleplay, and just chatting stream. She's a good friend with her Marauder VTuber, including some members from VShojo. And unfortunately her head is kind of cut off there and you can only see her thighs. I'm pretty sure some of you probably enjoy looking at that kind of stuff. But anyway, for Momo, I would say, for Momo, I would say for now she is kind of a bystander. So I'll just put her in the bystander for now. We take to the next VTuber. Oh boy, this VTuber. My arch nemesis and happened to be my favorite VTuber, Multiverse Monarch. Multiverse Monarch, known as the Queen of the Multiverse. According to her lore, her original homeworld was destroyed due to the failure of the hero who's supposed to protect it. The heroes became the greater evil and led her world to its demise. Because of this, she believed that as long as there is good, there is a greater evil to counter that good. So, she decided to become that evil, made a clone of herself, and sent them to other worlds to become friends with the world's hero, to understand and learn their strengths and weaknesses, and watch them in case if they become evil, and stop them to reset the world's balance. She debuted her VTuber persona on December 11, 2021. She's a variety streamer, but became more lenient toward to Apex Legend because, well, she became an Apex Legend addict. She's not very good with internet, or technology by the way. She has a multiple nickname like Mama Lee, Daddy Lee, Camel Lee, and my personal favorite, Splatter Lee. Part of her VTuber persona debut, she created her original album called The Rise of the Monarch, and she made one collab song with her in that album with another known VTuber from Hololive, Rory Calliope, who is also happened to be my other favorite VTuber. Well, VTuber out of from Hololive. She's a voice actress, so she is famous for voicing Mari Kitagawa from My Dress Up Darling and Uta for One Piece film Red. So yeah, she's a very talented person. According to her, she's like the nicest person you'll meet in life. Although she is a villain VTuber, so well, if there's anything, I say she is evil. Yep, it's pretty obvious that she is evil. Not being biased, but it's just a fact. She is evil. She's a villain. And she's a lemon. Yeah.